Today, we're going to look at Star Wars versus Star Trek. To the Empire kick the Federation's ass and other galaxy-shaking enigmas. By Matt Forbeck. This is a book review I'm going to do. I'm not going to show you the whole dang book. But, anyway, a galaxy far, far away versus a galaxy in the future. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away again versus sometime in the future in a parallel universe of this galaxy. Star Wars versus Star Trek. Star Wars versus Star Trek. I recommend this book. It's a good book. It's like 230 pages to less than 250 pages in this book. It's a good book. It has quizzes in it, which is pretty cool. I'll show you those. I'll show you the contents. It has a foreword by Boba Fett, Jeremy Bulloch, and a foreword by Tuvok, Tim Russ. The chapters are they have like 5 parts. They have 5 parts, and part 1's the people. Like, you got chapter 1 is men, masters of the universe, sizing up the men of action, including Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Han Solo, Captains Kirk, Picard, and Cisco, and the rest. Chapter 2, women, more than just pretty faces. She's not just a pretty face. Women, more than just a pretty face. The ladies of the series: Princess Leia, Queen Amidala, Ashako Tano, Uhura, Captain Janeway, 7 of 9, and others. Chapter 3, aliens, no need to phone home, the non-human denizens of 2 universes, Wookiees, Ewoks, Hutts, Cleons, Romulans, Ferengi, and lots more. Chapter 4, minions, someone's got to do the dirty work. The lesser villains, the heroes can look good beating up, and the lesser heroes, the villains can test out their weapons. Villains, you can't have a saga without them. Series is only as good as its villains: Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, Darth Maul, Khan, Nero, Borg Queen, and rest of the Rogues Gallery. Chapter 6, powers, what makes the galaxy go round. Round and round the galaxy goes. Greatest adversaries are those who totally outpower the heroes. Chapter 7, monsters, they live in the shadows. Swallow a person, swallow a planet, the creep things with the big teeth. Chapter 8, losers, because now everyone can be a winner. Losers. The lamest characters in both series make us wonder what the creators are thinking, like Jar Jar Binks and Wesley Crusher, Greedo, Rom, and others. Then you got part 2, the gadgets galore. Chapter 9, technology. Futuristic gadgets from our past. What's the difference between hyperspace and warp? Droids and data. Chapter 10, weapons, keeping the galaxy honest. The iconic weaponry from the series to see who would have the edge in a cross-universe firefight. Starships. Can't have space saga without starships. The best way to see the universe. Both Star Wars and Star Trek have the most recognized starships in the world, from the X-Wing to the Enterprise. Part 3, time and space. Chapter 12, planets. There's always just one more to explore. A tour of the major planets: Tatooine, Coruscant, Vulcan, and Romulus, and outward. Chapter 13, space stations, home away from home. Planets aren't the only place to live out in space. Chapter 14, time and space. They wait for no one. From the Old Republic to the Mirror Universe. Which universe has the greatest history or most damaged? Part 4, society and culture. Government. The man's always with us. Who has the best political system to live under? Chapter 16, religion. Losing my religion. Or finding a new one. Hey, a higher power. Force and dozens of religions and cults provide both universes. Culture, it makes life worth living. Life is worth the living. From the music of the katana to Mos Eisley to 3-dimensional chess on the Enterprise. Part 5, prepare for impact, fortune and glory. Fortune and glory! What all adventurers seek. What treasures await those who boldly go, whether to Hoth or Raza? Chapter 19, Who Won? Who comes out a winner in this epic Clash of Universes? Chapter 20, The War on Trek. What would happen if two series actually clashed? And then index. Acknowledgements. Forward by Boba Fett. Forward by Tuvok. Introduction. And I'm going to show you the quizzes. There's like a bunch of quizzes. There's the first one. Each chapter has a quiz. I'll show you those. Chapter 2's quiz. Quiz 2. Y'all can pause it and stuff for each one of these quizzes. And y'all can pause, screenshot, and whatnot. And of course the answers are down here. But see how much you know about Star Wars and Star Trek. Are you a Trekkie or a warrior? There's quiz 4. Quiz 5. The quiz is very interesting. I like them. Quiz 6. Quiz 7. Quiz 8. Lamb Street. Part 2 gadgets. And then we got quiz 9. Then we got quiz 10. Weapons, which at chapter 10 weapons, just a little side note, I thought I'd throw this in. Star Wars universe is very pro 2A. Like literally everybody has weapons. While in this, yet they claim the Star Wars Empire is like evil, while in Star Trek they're anti-2A because like only Starfleet and military personnel of that nature have weapons. Yet they claim the Federation is good. Oh, I guess it's liberal utopia versus conservative utopia? Maybe? Which neither one are really utopias? Just saying. Throw that in. We got quiz 11. Starships. Well, yeah. And then we got 3. Time and space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the U.S. of Star Trek and Star Wars. Star Trek versus Star Wars. Space stations. Time and space. It waits for no one. No one. Society and culture. Which galaxy would you prefer to live in? Quiz 15. Government. Can't get away from government. Guess there's no libertarians, no anarchists, and all that in either one of the franchises. Just cannot get away from the government, no matter what you can do. Religion. Chapter 16. Losing or finding a religion. Hallelujah, a religion. Well, while I'm at it in religion, I'm going to throw in the God is good all the time, God is good. Jesus loves you, and Jesus is God. Jesus is King, Jesus is ruler of everything. Culture makes life worth the living just because it is culture. Brace for impact, prepare for impact, part 5. Part 5, quiz 18. Fortune and glory, fortune and glory. Who won according to quiz 19? Who won according to this book? And then Quiz 20, the War on Trick. So those are two. Quiz 19, 5, and Quiz 20. And the last chapter has this cool, like, little battle. Here's some Daily Bender wants some more things. Anyway, in Star Wars versus Star Trek book, I literally started reading it and just read the whole thing. It has all these, like, people versus people battles in it based on all kinds of different factors and stuff. Doesn't really compare. It compares people versus people. And it decides who wins based on that, based on the iconic characters and different people in both franchises. It doesn't really compare, like, specs, technologies, specifications to see what's better than the other one. It doesn't really compare, like, military might or political governments of that nature. It really does more of a comparison of people versus people, like rogues, soldiers, scoundrels, politicians, religious leaders, commanders, captains, and that kind of thing. But all in all, it's a pretty good book. Spoiler alert, it ends up close to being a tie. So comment down below which one you think wins. It also, but it's a good book. I mean, the little cool little stories of two characters getting together and having like a little battle or whatever is kind of cool. I mean, if you dressed up people as cosplays as the two characters that are in these battles, these versus battles, and had them cosplay the scene that he writes down, that's pretty cool. I don't always agree with everything he says. Like, sometimes he says he claims one side won the battle, and I go, that looks more like a tie to me. And sometimes he'll claim that one side won when I'm like, actually, the outcome would have come out more like this. But all in all, it's a pretty decent book. I mean, it's this guy's opinion of it. And I haven't seen anybody else write a book about Star Wars versus Star Trek. So I've seen vlogs and videos and people discussing it on the internet and everything else. But this is basically a people versus people debate, with the last chapter is more of how much it infected our world. The last couple of items is the pop culture, who wins the pop culture thing. But I think that's mostly ties. But it's a pretty good book, all in all. I recommend if you're a Star Wars or Star Trek. Star Wars sucks! Star Trek sucks! Both rule! Both are cool. Star Wars is better. No Star Trek. No Star Wars. No Star Trek. No Star Wars. No Star Trek. Both are awesome. Anyway, if you're a fan of Star Wars or Star Trek, I recommend you pick up this book. I'm pretty sure you're not going to agree with everything in it. You'll probably want to, like, debate this guy or something, which I don't know if he has any social medias or something about something. Because there's some things on that I read that I was like, nah, I don't think it would work that way. Yeah. But a lot of the things he did, they were cool, they were interesting, some were funny, some were serious, but they're all so quick. Each battle's like maybe a 1 page or 2 pages long, so they're like fast. It's a quick, easy read. You could like I pretty much started reading it and couldn't put it down, basically. So it's a good book. I recommend you get you a copy. I found mine at the thrift store. It says, "Who rules Captain Kirk or Han Solo? Could a Jedi use the lightsaber to deflect a beam from a phaser? Could a Kardashian beat a Chesrick in a fair fight? Would a Federation ship making the Kessel Run crack the Millennium Falcon's record of less than 12 parsecs? And most important, it's a fight between the Empire and the Federation. Who would win?" What's to say about the guy? Matt Forbeck has worked full-time on games and fiction since 1989 with many top companies, including AEG, Atari, Boom Studios, Atlas Games, Del Rey Games Workshop, Green Ronin, High Voltage Studios, Human Head Studios, IDW, Image Comics, Mattel, Pinnacle Entertainment Group, Playmates Toys, Simon & Schuster, Ubisoft, Wizards of the Coast, and WizKids. He has designed collectible card games, role-playing games, miniature games, and board games, and has written short fiction, comic books, novels, non-fiction, magazine articles, and computer game scripts and stories. His work has been published in at least a dozen different languages. He lives in Beloit, Wisconsin. So, and it's done by Adams Media. You can look up Adams Media. But it's a good book. I see it selling cheap online, like $10 or less. So, or maybe it was $12. I don't remember. Anyway, it was less than $20. So it's cheap. Used copies are pretty cheap. So go pick you up a copy. Figure out which one wins. Debate on whether you agree with them or disagree with them. And everybody have a great day. And you comment down below what you're a fan of and which one you believe would win, and give your reasonings in the comments down below. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great day. And keep on tricking and keep on warring. And keep on gaming and keep on collecting and keep on geeking. And star own. Star own. For a show with the word star. And comment down below some of your other favorite sci-fi franchises. Have a great day. Laters.